Good to see my Discord made no call noise when you called me. Thought I tabbed in.
Oh, you came at a good time. So, welcome to your first session. How are you excited to be here?
Yes, I am. I'm very excited to have coaching. It's been a long time since I had money, so I couldn't have coaching. And I really like having it because I feel like I can't. There's just stuff everyone misses. It doesn't matter if it's like Cody. You know what I mean? You're just
Mm-hmm.
always gonna miss stuff. So I feel like being able to have someone who's like one very good and been playing the game for a very long time, look at my gameplay is just like invaluable. You know?
Absolutely. Like, it's part of why I do what I do. And I totally
Yeah.
hear you. I totally hear you on the Cody bit. Like, this game, like, I don't think this game has ever produced, like, a top level, like, a top, like, 5 or 10 level player without, like, them being part of a community. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that, like, they don't, like, they they might be the best player in their community by a mile. They might be like very, they might be big fish in a small pond kind of thing, but they still come from somewhere. It's not like some games where, like, you just have like some freak come out of nowhere who's just amazing. We don't really have that, and I think it's because the game is deep and there's a lot of positions in it in game states, and as a result there's the limitations to our own perspective. Yeah, like, you have to have people around you that you can, like, sort of like learn from to get certain perspectives and angles that we can't get from being no we can't get through, like, our own lens. Like, most notably, we don't get the experience of fighting ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. It actually looks. I don't know if this is just me, but like watching my own gameplay, it looks weird compared to watching every other Falco. Like, because I know it's me, I don't really know how to describe it. But like when I'm watching a Falco at my level, I'll be like, "Wow, that guy's really good." But when I watch my gameplay, I'm like, "Oh God, that could have been a lot better. Wow, I messed that up." You know what I mean?
It's because you have well, no, that absolutely is. It's why we're our worst critics, because it's like,
Yeah.
you have all of the information, like the contextual information about what you were going for, what you intended. When you're watching them, all you know is if it, like, worked or not, like what the, like, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have that extra context that causes us to be, like, harsher with ourselves a lot of times. So it's just, yeah, no, absolutely, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's hard to like steal stuff from like top players. Like taking something that Mango's doing and like being like, this is why he's actually doing it, rather than just like, oh, I'm gonna, Mango if it does full hop falling double laser in the corner, I'm gonna do that because Mango does it. Is usually like how a lot of people will like learn new things instead of being like, why does he do it? Like, is he doing it in this specific situation for this reason or whatever? And it's hard to even evaluate that as someone who's like not a top level player.
No, like, I hear you. Like, I had a session with Zach and another one with Ober recently where I think we, like, learned a lot about, like, why Magi does certain things. So,
Yeah.
like, it's and, like, we're kind of like I think that, like, this kind of work in, work that I do with learners that people do independently or in the, like, the or in the Falco community, or like put share on, in those spaces. I feel like we're on the cusp of, like, a bird revolution possibly, but I will keep. I've also seen these, like, not go through. So, like, I'll temper my expectations. But let's go to you, because you said that you're interested in risk reward, which is interesting, because your answer to the hypothetical I posed to you was actually quite good. Knowing that we want to, like, knowing that, like, we're at this mid%, like, at this in this, like, game state where setting up a better edge guard is absolutely very possible. And we probably want to do it by doing, like, a soft hit, strong hit combination. Like, that to me was pretty savvy. So I'm curious as to, like, where you think that your punish game, like, where do you think your punish game has the most of it, the majority of, like, where are the holes in your punish game in your mind right now? Because, yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I think it's what I've been working on. I had like this brain blast where I was like, okay, like I'm comboing just to keep comboing, rather than having like a plan of like a plan with my combos. Like I'm trying to combo to this position. I'm like to at this percent at this position. Like if you're comboing Captain Falcon, right, and you
Hmm.
don't have a plan, and all your combos on Captain Falcon are ending with back air or forward smash or whatever, and he's just going high. They end with the Captain Falcon off stage, but he's high off stage. Like you should have made that combo to send the Falcon down and away instead, because that makes the edge guard 1,000 times easier, right? That's why like Mango will end all his like a lot of his Captain Falcon punishes if they aren't like straight up zero to deaths where he kills with down air. He'll end them with like down smash or something that sends the Captain Falcon down and away.
Right. I actually hit a clip that is like a really good example of this. I'm gonna send it through to you. Because this is like, I think that you will see I think this is exactly the kind of thing you're talking about. I'm the green one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, because it was like the earliest that you could even set that up. So that's like, yeah, that's awesome. That's
So this is the type of thing that you want, right? Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So, it sounds like you came prepared then, because you mentioned that you have some good. You've gone ahead. Do you have any examples for us to dig into? Like, how do you want to go about doing this? Basically, do you have like VODs for us to take a look at? Are you thinking live coaching? Like, how did you foresee this playing out?
So I think I prepared like the VODs because I just had that session with Calvar where I was like noticing I play a lot of other Marths who aren't as good, and I can kill them pretty efficiently, hitting the edge guards and everything. And I didn't know if it was his time, like I'm assuming it's a bunch of different things, right, in his defense.
Why don't we not assume anything? We just don't know yet.
Yeah, it's a lot harder for me to kill him than other Marths, and it's hard for me to evaluate it because I don't get a lot of top level Marth practice. Whereas like for Fox, my best friend was Skurzo, and I'd play him 3 days a week. So like evaluating what punishes worked on mid-level to upper-level Foxes versus a top-level Fox was really easy. But Calvar doesn't like practicing. He plays a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff, So it's harder to get practice against him to really evaluate that.
Gotcha. So that makes sense to me. One thing I will suggest as part of working, as we work together and we work on like improving, like, bringing your expanding your knowledge of the game and like helping you have tools to assess situations differently and more concretely. One thing I would posit, like I'd suggest, and you can take this piece of advice or not, it's up to you. But I try to avoid describing people as like low level, high level, like trying to describe Marths as like, or my opponent is like low level Falco, high level Falco, professional Falco. Because like the thing is that like people at any level can make good decisions. It's rarer at lower levels for them to make good decisions, but like it does happen every now and then, right? So I don't really feel like my position is that it doesn't really add anything to do like low level, high level. It's more like I would say that maybe more aware Falco. Like a Falco is more aware of their options because that's really like what we have going on there. And if you find that pro or high level whatever is good effective shorthand for you for that, totally fine. But I don't want to I think that like what we really want to avoid is like thinking of options and such as good or bad, because like that is what really the trap that we're trying to avoid. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I could see like maybe talking about it in terms of the individual aspects of their game rather than their overall level, right? Because you can get to a top level with like bad DI. Like your defense could be like not like a mid-level defense, but everything else is amazing. Like you've had, top players who are like Sheiks who aren't good at tech chasing, or Jigglypuff players that aren't that great at defense.
Or Magi 3 years ago.
And people also struggle with certain things. Like I know Christopher's like mentality around things like the Ice Climbers matchup was really bad, even though he's like an incredible player. So it can be stuff like that as well. It just depends.
There's lots of ways. There's lots of ways to find success in this game, and there's many paths to like high level. It's just, but there's also like this game is a game that rewards strengths, so it's lots of people like find success in different ways.
Yeah, I've played Dreppen.
My goat.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're gonna take a look at matches, what I will ask you to do is please in Discord send them through, and we will get cracking.
I picked 3. So The only thing I'd say, my only like caveat here is I did switch to the, you know, Cardano's like weirdly shaped buttons that he made. I don't know if you've seen these.
I have not, but that's okay. So basically,
I,
but there's a component of controller, like of a controller change. Like, so there's a little bit of like unfamiliarity with certain inputs.
yeah, it's just like missing wave dashes and like my wave dash, ledge dash, short hop. Because look at the
Okay.
Y button, it
Yeah.
actuates like like a frame or two faster than what I'm used to, but it's much more ergonomic. So I want to get used to it. But like, if you're like, wow, this guy's missing a lot of wave, like, yeah, I just figured I'd bring it up in case it impacts the gameplay in some way that isn't obvious.
Gotcha. So I
Yeah.
see you've sent me 3 matches. It looks like we have Dreamland, Pokemon, and Battlefield. Um, let's start. Is this like a set or is this just friendlies?
It was friendlies specifically for this.
Okay.
So we were like, let's play some seriously because I want good VODs for today.
Perfect. I'm thinking let's
Yeah.
start. If that's the case, I'm thinking let's start on Battlefield because we play that stage all the damn time.
Okay.
All right, I'm sharing my screen now. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna slow things down to 90 so that we're still moving somewhat effectively, but a little bit slower. So let's see here. So laser, good lead jump over the second one. Tell me about this chase that you do. So like, walk me through the logic. So I want to be clear. I'm actually gonna go 80 because you're a little bit faster than you're faster than I expected, which is a good thing. So this is good. Like this. Tell me about what, like, after you jump over that first laser, what is the plan here?
So I think I did it from a not the greatest distance for that early in the game.
I didn't ask
It's
if it's a good distance. I asked what the plan is.
the plan is to beat the power shield laser because he's Marth. All Marths want to do that power shield right there. I jump over. The second laser hits them in the head or they're them jumping, and then I get like a JC shine or a grab if I'm too slow.
Okay, so with
And it went over his head.
well, for this one he wave dashes. That's why
Yeah.
that's why it doesn't work. But like my question here is, in what situation would we not shine here?
If I'm too slow, well, it's because I can always just shine grab if I'm too slow. But yes, I should have shined, and the downer wouldn't lead to anything if you CC'd it, so it's not great.
I mean, like I'm not worried about the down
Yeah.
air not leading to things directly. Like he's not really that.
Yeah.
You're not punishable either. So to me, that's just taking
Yeah.
damage. Like 12 damage is 12 damage. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess my thing here is so it has to do with the structure of how we went about this approach. So this to me is gold.
Yeah.
This is gold because what this is doing is basically it is not allowing at this height. I'm pretty sure if Marth turns around, he's gonna get hit by this. So he's not able to is this a frame 1 laser, do you think, or frame 2 laser?
Just by its height, too. I think
Okay.
one's a little higher right under the platform.
1 would be lower because it would be a gravity laser.
Uh, oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not,
That's
I haven't been talking to Ober lately, so.
Okay. Well, I have,
Yeah.
so this is why,
Yeah.
what? No worries. Okay. But basically, like, this is a very difficult laser to tell which one it is. So I think it's a reasonable call on our end that Marth might not be able to dash dance towards us if we did this the way we wanted to. Like, there's a lot of laser heights that make a lot of sense here after, like, we jump over the first one that don't let Marth, like, dash towards us. I think that's like a pretty reasonable thing to that's pretty reasonable. So with that in mind, Marth basically has to defend where he is or move away from us. So the way I look at this is I don't know why I wouldn't to me this is like I would almost always be shining here. Because I don't see like how him moving into us, like it covers him moving into us. Because we've taken away his dash, he can't like he can dash away from us because he's facing away. So that won't flip him into stand. Like that won't have the turn frame, so like the high laser doesn't get hit. But that also means he has to run away from us. So then we're fine. To me, like we've confined him really well. So, would you say that kind of thing happens often? You mentioned it's a mistake. Like that was probably just like tech error. So I'm curious. Do you think that
I think what happened was I assumed he was going to dash back into the corner because a lot of the Marths I play will like kind of autopilot, oh, there's a laser coming at me that didn't stop the Falco, I'm going to keep dashing away. And David's I've talked to one of the Marths that I play the most about, like, instead of dashing away from me all the time, going through me. And I think David's at that level where he's actually going to play that mix up, and I'm not used to it yet. So I think my brain was not even ready for him not to dash back into the corner, if I'm guessing what happened here.
So like let's look at
Yeah,
let's pay attention to the screen. So what we have going on,
yeah,
like what we have going on here is like we just power shielded. He just power shielded our laser, right?
yeah.
So my point is that like he technically can't dash because he's power shielded. He's raised his shield.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So like
Yeah,
so the secret to this situation to me is like his movement. I think you think he has his full movement option. Like from the sounds of it, you think he has his full movement options. But my point is that he does not. My,
yes,
so what he can do here is basically he can move like we'll make him red because he's a player one. So he can move this way, but in order to
yeah,
move this way, what does he have to do? He has to wave dash.
yeah,
So, and you're coming down with an additional laser. So this is also like because it's a wave dash. This is -14 for like the wave dash. So this is
yeah,
one thing. There's another like this is what I affectionately call the shield tax. When people are like having to exit shield because like their immediate things out of shield don't hit us, like this would be another thing that he could do, like -14 for another wave dash this way. And what are the other options he would have? Well, he can jump, but this is the beauty of this laser you're firing here, because it's
yeah.
going here. It is not letting him do that. Do you
Right.
see how we've established control of this situation? How we've taken control of the situation?
Yeah,
Right. So this is so because he has to spend this much time moving in either direction. My point is that like when Falco goes from like here to land, and
yeah.
it's like close to Marth, like yeah, the shine is like super safe because like what the hell does Marth do that like beats this? When he's starting at -14.
That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't. I think my brain wasn't this whole time that I've been playing it didn't consider that he can't just dash out of the power shield.
Right, because he has to
Yeah,
jump.
yeah.
But this
This is why I need coaching.
it's
Yeah,
but this is what I'm here for.
yeah,
So like
yeah,
what I would say here is let's make a note of that actually. So PS lasers um how would you word this? Like what no power shielded lasers. Yeah, actually no it is. It's if Marth shield no if Mar no if an opponent power shields
yeah,
laser, they still need to exit shield.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this is like they still need to exit shield. And like that's why, because this is a big thing that we noted, that me and Zach and Ober noticed when we looked at Magi, because it's like she does this kind of thing a lot too. And it's like by confining them to after the power shield at these middle distances, by confining them to their shield after the fact, or like confining them to like a wave dash or like something in place after the fact, yeah, like that's such a powerful initiation. Okay, okay, I see. Talk me through the choice of like going for the down air there.
I think that's well. I'm guessing here it's supposed to be either up air or forward air. I think I was hoping I could hit him down and then hit him up again, even though the percent's so low. I know the Shine Pillar combo on Mars starts around 28, like on FD when you do like the Shine jump with the late down air into another Shine into down air. So I think my brain went to go try to set that up, even though obviously that wouldn't be that great on this stage. Um, if the Shine
I
sent
think
him.
so. Wait a minute. So hold on. So like so you hit the shine, you hit the nair, you hit the down, you hit the shine. He pops up here. So what's the plan from this point? You want to pillar him, right?
Yeah, but I don't think that's correct.
Okay.
Not like looking at it, yeah.
Okay. What percent was he at going into this? He would have been at like what? So you get a jab forward throw 14, 7, 16, 20, 16, but okay, cool. So the shine is putting him to 33. Got it. So do you don't think you can get the pillar on him?
if I hit him,
or do you think the pillar's not good?
I don't think the pillar's good. I think I could do it. I think it would be hard to get more. You could jump to the left and then like drift backwards and try to down air him onto the platform. Um,
Yeah,
but like
I don't really like that. Do
I
you
don't
like
like
that?
the situation. I would just I think the shine maybe wasn't what to do there. But if I've already committed to this, I think just up airing and then trying to play off of that like better like because that situation's still good for me.
Could we, if we can, do you think we can bring him down here though? Because I have an idea, but it depends on if like we can bring him down here or not. So what
If
are
he
your thoughts?
DI'd in on the down air, yes, because it would be the late down air like this, the rising late down air that has more hit stun when they're at a lower percent. And if he DI'd it like the right way, then yeah, he might not go. Oh, I think I know what you're setting up. Late down air to shine down air or something like
I was
that.
actually thinking late down air into into down smash
Late down air to down smash. Yeah,
at this angle, like this close to the edge at that angle, because he's probably gonna like end up here, right?
yeah, yeah.
So I'm thinking like we full hop out of this, we actually go up here and we like down air as like we fast fall down air, so we bring him down as much as we can, and then if he's like still in the air a bit, we up tilt because he's close. If not, then yeah, just down smash him.
Okay. I think even at that low percent, I wasn't ready to even do that.
You know what? Let's see. Let's give it a look. Let's see if this has actually worked. Because I could be wrong. Like I could be completely insane here. I don't think I am, but like, I feel like what we don't do enough of sometimes when we're like looking at these is just actually trying these things out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we have him here. Come here, you. And I'm just gonna set him to no DI just so we like, because this is more of like a proof of concept test.
Yeah.
So let's see here. So he was at like 16ish, and then it was like, okay, I see. So it's like this. So we're basically doing this, and then like, so like I think this. I don't think that I think that we might not have enough knockback, but like, if not this, what could we do like double back air or something?
It's risky. The percent is what I'm worried about. I think could you try shine immediately full hop early down air?
Oh,
Like don't wave dash down like.
Oh, you mean like shine like this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could like let's see here. This doesn't go quite high enough, but I think if we double jump, we can get it. Is he not? Is he just not jumping out of things? Behavior counter, no jump, neutral. So he's like, yeah, he doesn't have much stun on. He doesn't have much stun.
It's just
on
so
this.
low.
Yeah. I think that
like,
you might be right about up air. Like just something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're just building percent because he's such a. It's that Mango talked about like, with Falco on these like midweight characters, like doing like a 3 or 4 piece combo to get him to like 45 plus, and then going for your big combo after.
Yeah, I honestly don't even mind like just hard back airing here because like I'm just gonna hit him with the down air, so like because it's like we can keep like I feel like that's not that I feel like this is not that bad of an option.
Yeah.
Because it's like
no, I like the back air.
Yeah, it's not exciting. It's not exciting, but like it's not exciting, but like I kind of like one of the things I don't like about that is he goes so damn high.
Yeah, so I was like I should have up tilted if I had the time. That's instead of shining, right? Like yeah, because then you could shine them like up into the right if you set it up correctly, where you do that and then you do up tilt and then you dash shine turn around wavelength on the platform.
See, I don't see. Okay, so I see. So like so are you saying that you want to hit him to like the right?
Yeah, because if you up tilt and then you get on the left of Marth and shine him up, it'll put him like above the platform. You can down it. Like if you were like, oh, how do I make this a bigger combo?
See, but I don't feel the need for that though. So this is where you and I disagree. Yeah. This is where you and I disagree on something. Because like, so my thinking is like, if I have an opening like this, and like I want to keep him in a position where he has to like go off stage. Like I don't like because to me the easiest way to like kill Marth really is to edgeguard. It is to edgeguard him. Because, like,
Yeah.
if we can force him low, we have, like, ledge hop downer. We're on battlefield 2, so, like, that's gonna... There's fewer like, he has fewer drift options or, like, teching options available, too. So I really want, like, I really want to be playing for, like, Marth killer and, like, ledge hop downer, and I can't do that if I'm bringing him to the other side of the stage. I think your
I
play...
agree.
I think your play makes a ton of sense on Yoshi's story. But here, yeah.
Yeah, no, I like what you were saying in the first place, just the back air. 'Cause like I said, getting him to 45, and then edge guarding, and if he lands on stage, that's when you have that big combo, starting with a down air at 45, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, like,
Yeah.
this is actually good. So, like, this is a common thing that Sheik players do, and it, like, I kind of consider it, like, pacing your like, punish. Because a big thing with her is, like, she has, like, these certain, like, options that open up, like, based on, like, what percent she gets her opponent to, right? So, like, trying to hit specific breakpoints as safely as possible, or, like, going for extensions that meet certain that meet those goals, that's a really big part of her game. I like how you did this. So, like, the way that you maneuvered around his fair was good. I noticed that there was a down air that you pulled back on, and that I'm not sure you needed to. But I want to see you play a little bit more before I start like engaging those, like, questions. Laser F smash, I do like that. What do you think that roll was supposed to be? I'm assuming this was a mistake. So this one here.
I was trying to wave dash back like up tilt or something, probably.
So, like, given this position with Marth, do you think that, like, what do you think? Do you think that makes the most sense, or do you think that we should have, like, because I feel like this was a very uncontrolled position that we, like, went for that in. Like,
Yeah, it's risky, and it's not good risk reward, right? So once I do this, yeah, because we can just, like, poke with back airs. It could have been anything, like a back air out of shield or something. It's really hard to say.
I feel like we really want to be low lasering here, or, like, low lasering to, like, cover him from, like, dashing in, because, like, we have the distance. Like, this is a mid laser. We had this. To me, like, him coming back like this, we really have the window to challenge his fair anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, you see what I mean? Like, if he just fares coming down, we try to short hop aerial him, I feel like we can't really do a whole lot about that anyhow. So to me, I either want to be lasering or trying to, like, dash dance to, like, if we are going to try to whiff punish something here, it's probably going to be through dash dance, because I feel like we're not really, like, playing to the situation we have, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard for me to evaluate what I was trying to do in a mistake like that. I think I do have a problem with pushing in the corner too much, so...
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Being like, oh, I have, like, trying to get, taking bad options to try to punish Marth for being in the corner, basically, because I play a lot of players who don't take advantage of me making board choices in the corner, so it leads to, like, that dopamine, the dopamine where I hit those things against those players, so I get rewarded for it, so it, like, reinforces that I should do it, and it's hard to overwrite that when I play a good player who doesn't punish me. So I should just not do it even against the players who don't punish me. But it's like, I was not making great decisions for 8 years of Melee, so I'm trying to overwrite all that, like, habits that formed, basically.
Gotcha. So what I would say here is, so when you're trying to overwrite these habits, what sorts of things are you trying to put there instead?
Yeah, better, not risk taking, but, like, better decision making, assuming my opponent will be doing the correct or, like, good things.
Well, just assuming that, like that correct, like, decision making that covers bet options more effectively. Like, that's all we need. Because it's like there's like the correct option, and, like, that. What is the correct option, right? Like, this is such a dynamic game. So let's talk about this spot here. So, like, when it comes to this position, we have Marth. This dash dance has. Would you say this dash dance has done its job?
He whiffed and was in landing lag of an aerial, I think, a little bit ago. And I'm at the range where I can safely approach, because even if he fares out of shield, I can CC it because I'm at 0. So yes, I should have probably capitalized, because he's just shielding. So that
is not what I asked. What I asked you was, has this dash dance done its job?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So if this dash dance has done its job, what does it make like what do you think what would you say is the dynamic of this spot here? So like, what are Marth's goals, and what are we trying to do when we have them at this percent in this kind of situation? Like, what do you see as being like the thing to do?
I mean, after running off stage is like the easiest thing to do here. With that is low risk and leads to the best like outcome if I like hit an edge guard on him.
So how do you get the forward throw?
Well, he's starting shield, so I can just run in and grab him.
If he just randomly shields, if he just shield grabs just to test you, you can potentially die for doing that.
That's true.
Okay. I'm not saying that I'm not bringing that up to say your play is wrong. I'm just saying that like we just said that like this is a very safe play, and I am pointing out that like this play requires us to do this, and his kill box is something like about here.
Yeah, so I could do a laser forward that's like doesn't bring me within his like out of shield attack option range. And then I'm at a more unreactable range where I can like do a safer aerial or some kind if I don't want to risk a grab.
Okay, so basically you're thinking like you could go forward with a laser. So like you could do like this jump to maybe that's a little too far. Maybe like here.
Yeah, and then I'm at a better range to actually do an approach that he can't easily like react to. Especially because I'm at 0, so I can kind of I can take an aerial and it's not the end of the world. I'm really just looking out for grab.
What if it's tipped fair? I feel like tipped fair will combo into something here. Like if he just rising tipped fairs you out of the air.
You're probably correct. I just at that range, I guess my subconscious is not that afraid of it. I haven't been punished by that much.
Okay.
I'd imagine.
So let me ask you something. So what is the purpose of what value does the laser add here? Like where do we place the laser? Is it high? Is it mid? Is it low? Where?
Well, you would do it high because any option that's jumping out of shield would get beaten by it.
So like like gravity laser, something like this.
Yeah.
Gravity or frame 2, something high, but like something high, but not like too delayed because we do want to like be somewhat efficient here. Okay, this makes sense.
Beat him too.
So if he were to exit his shield by jumping, what would I actually really like the high laser here, to be clear. Let's say we do that and we land here. What's the plan in this spot?
Once we're in that spot, so there's always like it's how risky in terms of like, because I know what I would do is I would I would dash and then probably like walk forward shine grab or something like that, because I am facing him, so I'd have to turn around to get like a safe back air or something like that. And I really tend to really value like shine grab in this kind of situation where I can F throw off stage. Something like a nair, like a late nair, it just seems kind of scary to me, because he could just throw out a move or something while I'm like going for the late nair.
Okay, that'll make sense.
I like doing something really fast, and just because my back isn't turned, I'm limited. And he's already shielding, so I think my brain would be saying like shine grab, because if he tries to do something out of shield, he gets hit by the shine, and if he holds, then I get a shine grab and I can F throw him.
Okay, so I think all of that makes perfect sense. I'm gonna make a suggestion here. I don't know if the laser is necessary. I don't know if the laser is necessarily adding all that much here. I'd really like the idea, but I think that the laser could work. I think when we get to this spot, though, at the very least, what I really want to do is I want to dash dance. And the reason I want to dash dance is because I really want to tease the kill box here. And we are at 0, so by ASDIing down, we definitely won't get... We are leaning into our low percent, we're using our low percent more effectively. Because the only thing he has that hits us here, that does anything, is grab if we're on the ground. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, like, we're still keeping... After we fire this high laser, once we go here, we can then, like, bait for the shield grab and potentially, like, you know, wave dash back shine, which is quite good. If he holds block, we can see him doing that, and we can potentially, like, set up a nair or something because we are using dash to, like, set up our spacing. Like, we have a lot of flexibility in this kind of spot. And the other thing that's nice is that, like, if we're feeling bold, we can consider just running shine or something. I'm not saying we would, but like it is keeping a lot of our options open.
Would you if you are trying to like bait, doing like a dash dance or something, would you do like a short, like a, you know, like an empty short hop or backflip or something like that to trigger his like, oh, this guy's gonna do a move reaction?
Yeah, so what I might do is, like, I might dash here, then dash this, like, dash here for, like, a teensy bit, then dash jump this way. And if I see that shield grab, I might just, like, backflip and, like, back here, like this kind of thing.
Okay.
The other thing here is, like, I might even, like, do that and then pull away so I can, like, waveland, and so I can, like, waveland out of this position if things start to look dicey. Or I might even just, like, dash, or I might even keep a little more distance. I might, like, backflip, like, here, more like in this kind of zone, and fire a laser.
Okay.
So I can then, like, initiate with a closer range laser, like one that fires more like here. So you see how, like, we're just kind of, like, creating more opportunities for options, right? It's just...
Right.
Instead of us being, like, stuck on one play, like, fixating on one play that we can do, we have, like, a whole bunch of things that we can do out of this as the situation demands.
Right. I feel like I don't bait people enough when they're shielding. I think I see the shield and I'm like, ooh, I can pressure this with attack instead of just pressuring it with movement.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, another thing I would have considered doing, honestly, is just running, instead of all this, I could, and I'll do this with orange so it's a different pattern, but, like, because these are all, like, soft colors, I would have considered just, like, running up to here and crouching.
Yeah.
Like, running up to here and crouching and then just shining at a random timing. Because if he comes forward with Wave Dash out of shield, which we've seen from him a few times, and I shine in this spot, then, like, he can explode, which is awesome. Well, he doesn't explode, but he takes a bunch of damage. And then, like, the other thing that can happen here is, if he, like, fares out of shield, I'm crouching while, like, in front of Marth, so I'm fine with that. I'm just going to F-smash him. If he stays still, I'm totally fine with that. Because then it just funnels into the backflip thing.
Yeah.
So, like, it is also doing all the things we want, but we are losing the high laser by doing that. So, you know, there's pros and cons, but, like, you can see how it's, like, creating a, like, how, like, whether we do, like, I think that, like, high laser makes sense. No, high laser to get closer, to close in, or run crouch, randomly shine, and you have to randomly shine, and you do have to randomly shine here. Because, like, what you're doing is you're attacking the space around his shield. Because, like, think of it this way. When he's over here, you're saying you feel a need to attack him, right?
Yeah.
But from my point of view, is I don't need to attack him here. I need to attack him here or here. Because these are the spots he can move to out of shield to become a threat.
Yeah.
Whereas if he's over here, I'm not actually worried about him being over here because he can't do anything to me either.
Right.
We are technically winning because we have the gun. It's not, we're not winning by much, but, like, we are winning. But the instant that he gets onto this side platform, which is why the high laser, I think, is a reasonable choice, or the instant that he gets out of his shield and gets close to us, now we are in danger. Like, that is the disaster scenario. Those are what we don't want to have happen, so, yeah. That forward tilt, if he was at higher percent, actually, no, the percent's fine. The forward tilt's not a bad idea either. Kind of fulfills the job of the shine, but also, like, hits his shield a little bit too. So, like, that would be a good choice too. But you can see how it's, like, covering the space, like, where he can go, and, like, understanding those implications. Because here's, like, look at this look at the approach that you do here. So I would say here is he's at this free fall. You have him, like, shined up into the air, and you're following him down. So, like, this makes sense. Like, I want to see another laser coming off this platform. And then I want to fall through with another one, because this way we can just keep following him on the way down and kind of staircase him, and then just, like, F-tilt him to, like, push him off. Because we're controlling where he has to, like, the space he has to go as a function of his disadvantage state. We just launched him. He's in juggle state. What goes up has to come down. Therefore, we are just following him.
Okay.
Does that make sense, or do I sound crazy?
No, no, you do make sense. I definitely need to work on the execution of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so the reaction here is I feel a little slow. So like we get this, and then like what do you think comes after this up air?
I mean, fall through the laser to the left. I think you have to shield drop the laser, but yeah.
I so how would this look? Are you saying you just like dash this way, shield drop laser?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to start the dash, right? But you can shield drop fast fall with the laser or something like that if you have the execute. I don't have that quite yet. But yeah, or you can chase him down like by running off to the side plat outside of fair range.
I don't like
And then
that because like
the-
that's so hard
yeah.
and he has his double jump still. So like there's the platform here, like where his fair range is can change very rapidly here. So I don't think that's a good idea. I think you
Yeah,
had I think you had it right the first time.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Shield drop.
something. Why shield drop? Because there's other ways down from the platform. Is it just because it's fast?
Because I am facing to the right, so if I wanted to do like a eye drop laser, I'd have to walk to the left first. So I think that's lower.
Turn around laser.
And he's. You mean like press down and then flick left and then laser?
Yeah, because like
It's like
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I might be overcomplicating things.
I think you are overcomplicating this one, which you mentioned.
Yeah.
Which you mentioned it might be something that comes up sometimes.
Yeah,
I think what's important for the melee has a lot of ways that you can do the same thing.
yeah,
So picking the right method, I think, is really important for when it saves us headache. So let me tell you why I like the fall through, like just standard fall through platform laser, even though it's not particularly glamorous. So reasons I like it. So it is way easier to fast fall quickly after fall through platform, the standard fall through platform set like technique, I guess, or action compared to shield dropping, because falling through the platform does not require your stick to be held down the entire time in the same way that shield dropping like will move you instantly, like the second that it is in the down position. Because what that means is you can hit down, and then like as your stick is returning to neutral and you're falling through the platform, you can then input the fast fall then, like basically right away. Whereas with shield dropping, you have to let the stick return to neutral. Like you hit down and forward or whatever, let the stick return to neutral as you are falling, and then you can input the fast fall. So I find that it actually winds up taking a little bit more time to get the fast fall out compared to if we did it the other way. And I think that is significant here, because if you'll see, like we are trying to shoot a laser pretty far down. Like we want it to be coming out like as he's hitting the ground, so we can take control of the game back.
yeah. Oh god, that was
You know what? So let's try to be nicer to ourselves. Like this F smash. You're saying, oh god, this F smash. So why, oh god, this F smash? What do you think? Like, what was that supposed to be, an F smash, or do you think it was supposed to be something else?
It was probably supposed to be an S smash, and I think it was probably. I'd have to see the situation again. So, laser.
This is the same situation from earlier. So the same.
I mean,
kinda.
if it hits, it's good. If it hits, it's good. But like, I don't feel like the risk was necessary. Shine, I could have like JC shined
Or just
something
shine, or just shine, or just grab out of the shine if the shine doesn't hit.
Yeah. Yeah, like shine grab is just way safer and faster.
It's definitely faster. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, but like shine gives you flexibility here, because you could also like jump an aerial out of the shine, which is perfectly fine. You can wave dash out of it. You can grab like. So to me, this is just like we did low laser, which I think he was for. Did the low laser hit? Okay, it didn't actually come out. So then we have this one. So same situation. This is the same situation as earlier. He blocked or like had to like wave dash out of shield. Like this has restricted his movement. So then, like, if we look at where you're going, and I'm actually going to grab this into a diagram, because I think that, like, this, where your end position is relevant. I want to see exactly where it would be on this. So you are here under this side platform. So you land basically... Yeah, your spacing was perfect. So you go here, basically, right?
Yeah.
So you're not within range of it. You're not within range of his shield grab. And then you have a laser that is further, like, limiting his options, going at him like this. It's a little bit lower than the last one that we fired. But, like, that's okay, because it can be. Because, again, like, this is kind of creating that same distance that we wanted in the diagram above, in the last diagram we took. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. The S smash, I feel like, is not terrible if he doesn't move forward. Because it could be one of those ones that's outside of his grab range or just pushes him off the platform if he's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it could,
So
it could
it
be
might
safe.
have been a bit of an autopilot. Yeah, he moved forward again, which is something that I think I'm not prepared for, consciously or subconsciously.
Yeah, moving forward here as Marth is pretty ballsy. I won't lie. So, like, I don't fault you for, like, I don't fault you for going for the play you took. It's just more like, this is what I mean when I say that, like, let's be nicer to ourselves, because it's like, upon review of this play, it's not nearly as sketchy as we first thought, is it, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, so, like, let's be nice to you, because, like, these aren't actually, like, that, like, do they happen to not work out in the moment sometimes? Yes, sure. But that's what we're here for. We're here to understand why that is and what we can do better. So in this kind of spot, you hit this thing. What do you think you would do? Knowing that this is a lower laser and it's probably going to make contact with him, what do you think would make more sense in case that he, like, is there anything we can do that multitasks him being in place? Or do you think that's not possible, like, while we're moving forward, or do you think that's just not possible?
You mean assuming that we've moved to the blue square with another laser, or like before, like from this position?
Well, so we fire the laser as we move to the blue square. So I guess the laser should be coming out. It really should be more like this. But, like, assuming this is our predicament, or we'll make it lower. Assuming this is our, like, situation though, like, what are your thoughts? Like, what could we do when we land here? With this, like, that would address him remaining where he is, or coming forward.
I mean, you could do a dash back or, like, drift back laser. I don't know the numbers. Like, I can't say, we'll do a DB5 or whatever. But, like, if we're trying to play safe and not commit to, like, shining in place like we talked about in the previous diagram, just doing landing and then doing a dash back laser, but not going that far. Going to, like, just a one more character length behind Falco to where I actually, you know what I mean? It's like go to the blue square and then one blue square back with another laser or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of like, or yeah, you could do like a backflip setup. That would make a lot of sense because like if you could do kind of a similar backflip setup, kind of like that. Fire one, not if he comes forward with fair, he's extending his hurt box. A lot of times we can still get him. We could even like drift more into him potentially, or like jump like a little more like towards him, like so. I like, because we can always just like, we can always cut our momentum off around like here, and then just like fall and shoot another and fire if he like doesn't bite. So no, I really like that. I think that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, because we're not scared of we're not really that scared. Well, I mean, we will lose our advantage, but if we get hit by a fair here, at this percent, right, it's not that scary, compared to a lot of other spots, at least in my mind, because you're getting hit, back to the other side of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're always scared of grab, but his like quick options like a take laser fair or something aren't as terrifying based off the percents.
Well, remember he's in shield right now, right? So like this laser, if it hits his shield and he jumps out, what we're really doing by landing here is I actually think we can kind of recycle a lot of like the dash dance stuff that we had earlier. With our back air, because that's what I'm thinking. So like I want to backflip because by backflipping either in place or like with some slight drift, we're kind of doing I feel like we're doing a good job of just naturally like dodging Marth's grab. Like we're doing a good job of dodging Marth's fair anyway, because like we're kind of following like the curve of his fair with our backflip. And then we're setting up the opportunity to punish him. And then if he happens to like chill here, then we have the option of laser as a backup plan. Or we have waveland. We could even board the platform and come in from an angle if we wanted to. I'm not sure if I would do that, but there are a lot of like lines of play available here that have some like that have merit. Like heck, we are even close to like by facing away, we're even close to the teeter cancel here if we want to potentially like do like a shield setup. Like that is like we have a lot of options. We have a lot of options at our disposal, and a lot of them are quite like seem pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck, we could even do like. I mean, I don't know if I would do this, but like we could probably even backflip like 0 degree waveland towards Himashine. Like it's a little bit like that's a little bit spicy, but I think
a
little too spicy for me. So probably you know what, maybe it's not the move. But you see, but my point is that like with that we are creating like I think the goal right now with this matchup, from what I'm seeing, is I think we need to be a little bit more aware of like how we can create opportunity for ourselves without like going all the way in. Because I feel like you are good at like you are doing a good job of anticipating when he's going to swing. Like this is good timing. Like the way that you do this Nair is like excellent timing. Like this is very, very good. But I can't help but think that there was like a way that we could have gotten a hit in a similar way that doesn't require us to like know so much about him, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that backflip back here is actually a reasonable way to do it, because if we're dash dancing here and then we like backflip bear, it actually like it does like the rising bears. I think that soft bear on shield is actually quite strong in this kind of situation. Like it's a rising bear, but you hit them on the way down with it. So like how it looks is like you kind of like jump this way. If they jump up into you, then you know you get them. If they shield grab, like, you still have the hitbox out. It's kind of like a frame 2 to 4 back here, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you don't fast fall it, it just auto cancels. You don't have to do anything with it. It's very fun.
Oh.
Okay. What do you... So, okay, gotcha. So...
He's dead here if I just down smash at the time. It just didn't recognize
you could on
it. And I could have... And I could... well, you... Okay. That's fair. So you would... F smash and then F smash again, or just F smash down tilt or something.
I probably would have done the edge guard a little bit differently to begin with. So let's see here. So first of all, I don't know why we're not shooting a laser at him.
A laser, yeah.
So that's my first observation. Second one I would say is, so this is a good stall. What I'm noticing though is that like he has just committed his side B here. So I want to just drop off and like double jump back here at him.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. I think he was recovering a lot against me in this set. We played for like an hour, and I was just bad at edge guarding him, and I don't know if my confidence was shook at this point or whatever. But yeah, you're 100% right. Once I see that, I should be ready to do the back air.
Has he used his jump too? Like, I think he might have.
He does right.
Yeah, so he doesn't even have his jump. So like, the instant I see that Marth doesn't have his jump here, like my thinking is that like, the instant I see this Marth is a dead man, because because there's nothing he can do to defend himself.
Yeah, I think my only excuse is I wasn't looking at the screen.
That's okay. These things happen.
Know?
Like, so to be clear, yeah, you are forgiven, but don't do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I would say that like yeah, so no jump. So yeah, like this is good because you wanted punish. So like no jump, committed. And you just grab the edge, so you're intangible. You've got int up, so this is just ledge hop bear, and I would say that this applies to any character who recovers like with this sort of these sorts of like recovery commitments. So like whether you're fighting Dr. Mario, whether you're fighting Mario, Luigi, Jigglypuff. It doesn't really matter if you have this kind of situation. Yeah, this is absolutely just a free hit.
Yeah. Oh, I think I got a tournament winner because I tried to back air him and I did it too fast.
So like so actually, know what it is? What are your ooh, I'm wondering. Okay.
I mean,
so I don't think you grab the edge here.
I mean, if I can react in time, I could just double jump down air him because I avoided the neutral B.
Yeah, or like
1,000% dead.
Or you hold down so you don't grab the edge, and then just double jump back air.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I have a bit of like, so this is gonna be like, this is my like theory, like my like theory on edge guarding, and this is
yeah.
gonna seem a little weird. But do you want to hear like do you want to have an idea that might help you with like doing this going forward?
Okay.
Okay. So, have you seen a character's edge grab boxes before?
Uh,
It's like
I
a
don't
thing.
think I've actually looked at them, but I do have a very good idea of like Marth's edge grab. Yeah.
Let me show you the actual image because this is the type of thing where you have to actually like see what it looks like to understand the implication. So let me show you. We're just gonna show that, and then we're gonna go back to the diagram, and you're gonna see. Why did I pick white? Why did I pick the ugliest color? Whatever. It doesn't matter. So, do you know how the rules of edge grabs work?
I mean, it. You have to be in free fall or
You have to be
what is it?
falling.
Actionable fall? What I don't know.
Yeah, you have to be falling.
Yeah, and
And in
as soon as
in an eligible state.
in an eligible state, and that blue box touches the ledge box, like the whatever the point on the ledge is.
Right, and it can touch like it has to, like the corner can touch like it can be overlapped. It can be something like this where it's like just the bottom of where just like the very top of it touches. If I could stall with Marth, but I don't really play him that often. So, but we understand like this idea. Like basically like okay, cool. So
that's the magnet hands. The top right of it or whatever is when they say the magnet hands.
So this is so what I posit is if Marth's edge grab box is roughly this big, like maybe is roughly like this size ish.
Yeah.
Then I would say that there's a range about the yay big that rests on the edge itself, and this is like that looks something like this. Because this would roughly be the size of two of Marth's like edge grab boxes, right?
Yeah.
And what we are doing is with edge guarding is we are hitting him whenever he is in this zone. We are trying to get him out of here before he reaches here, because at this point, this is where he will be. Like the instant he starts falling in this territory, he will instantly grab the edge.
Yeah.
So this makes sense. This makes sense. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So like all of edge guard, like a lot of like ledge-based edge guarding is like making sure we're actionable as they enter this territory. And you can see by grabbing the edge, you are not.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it like that, so that's a good point. Like just seeing the box visually is very helpful.
Yeah, so like this is what we will use a scientific term. This is what I'm going to call the no-no zone.
Yeah.
No, but like seriously, like we keep him out. No, keep them out of here. Out of here. But and like, can you see how and you can also probably imagine this has a lot of broad applicability in other matchups too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this isn't just like one thing that'll work. I know we're not going to be able to get. We're at time. I know we're basically at time, but like, we'll still jot down our takeaways. But like, I'm curious. Like, I know that we didn't get through every match, but like, I think that there's good things here because I think there's a lot of like important structure to like how we're fighting that we needed to address, and I think that we have like some there's a lot of ways to clean up edge guarding now that like your edge guarding now that we have a better sense of like what the rules of like we've more concretely defined what our goals are, like what some of our goals are with how we are going about edge guarding, because the game it would be nice if I could just give you a flowchart to that like destroys this character, but like his recovery is pretty variable. He has like offstage stalls. He's a somewhat he's a somewhat like middle falling speed, but he like also decelerates somewhat like or reaches his top falling speed somewhat slowly unless he manually does it. Like he's got like and his recovery is like it goes quite high. So it's difficult to like just give like a one size. I can't give a one-size-fits-all solution, but you can see how like prioritizing this different zones, using our like confirming like what resources he has, all of that like matters tremendously. Yeah, and just helps us create like a more effective system. What do you think you do on this on that landing leg punish actually? This one here.
Let's see. I should just back air and then F smash after in case he arms attacks.
Yeah, so when do we get up?
Hold on. I'd say in like 3 frames from now.
So you're
Okay.
saying you would stand? Are you saying you'd stand here, or are you saying you were gonna
No,
like ledge hop, ledge hop?
I would just press down, jump, and then back air him with that, like, because I want to be on the left side of him with a strong back air. This is
Got
the
it.
timing now. Yeah, because like I hit that, and then he has two options. He can hold up, like he can DI in, or he can alms attack. If he alms attacks, he's dead.
Right. Agreed. So
Yeah,
I have a thought on that. So
yeah.
what I agree with everything you were saying about like how we want to structure this, but I have one thing that I notice. You're jumping really, really like early. So what I'm saying is like Marth is basically like here, essentially,
Yeah.
right? You see how much easier that is? Do you see what I'm doing? Like
Oh, you
basically,
mean falling longer?
yeah, because like our fast fall goes much faster than like it's much easier to do this. Like it's much easier in my mind to do this than it is to do this.
So I just like held my head in my forehead in my hand. I've never thought to do that. I've played for 10 years. Yeah,
But you
that
could
makes a lot more sense.
you could
Yeah,
still there are reasons to like you don't necessarily have to go that low. Like I get that this is
yeah,
Battlefield, so like you don't maybe going like because I'm very used to doing this, so like I to me like this is second nature. But if you want to do it like this, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like as either way, we're still hitting him at roughly, and sometimes you actually do need to jump sooner just to like hit him on time, like there. But the
yeah.
point is like you fast falling, so like fast falling a bit, and then fast falling at the top of your jump, so that you can get like to the where you want to be in time. Like I think that is a really important part of like his like edge guard in general, just because like it's what it gives us efficiency on like these like on stage landing leg punishes, so we can get where we want to be when we need to be there.
I've always been like bad at hitting. Like I would like mess up and like be too early or too late sometimes, and I'd be like, how are all the Falcons so consistent with this? I always jumped instantly after letting go of the holy crap.
This felt big.
Yeah. Holy moly, dude. That's funny. I learned how to ledge dash F smash before I learned that. That's crazy.
You know what? I can actually understand that because I
Yeah.
feel like with Falco, one of the things with him, I feel like as we're developing with him, I low key think that my experience with Sheik is one of the things that is helping me a lot with like understanding this, like learning and picking up this character because
Yeah.
she's just a very basics character. Like she doesn't have like a ton of bells and whistles and stuff. She's really good at everything, but like she is just kind of like a standard, like a really good version of a standard character. Falco's a little
Yeah.
fancier, so I feel like we tend to like lean into like I think that there's a temptation when we learn him to like lean into the things that generally work with him, or like the things that are typically powerful in terms of form and such. And what Falco wants to go below the stage?
Yeah. That's a good point.
But like, so I guess what I'm saying there is just like don't beat yourself up over that. But now that you know about that, because there was a ledge stall, there was an edge guard you did earlier that also like I think would have been that could have benefited from like potentially fast falling or like falling off the edge without fast falling, to allow you to time your stall better based on when he was like doing his side B. It happened early on in the game, if I recall. But like I think what we have here is we have a real the impression I get, and actually I should be writing this down. We are at time and we should be doing our takeaways. So like I think one thing I will strongly suggest going forward is let's get more comfortable using going off stage with our edge guards and just like kind of like using the information we have about a recovering opponent to like decide to want to go for back airs. So like let's word this in a more actionable way. How would you put that if like how would you turn that into an actionable takeaway?
So like so like using our properly using our vertical height, you mean like
Yeah. So like let's say like edge guard. So let's say like edge guarding, and we'll do edge guarding 1. So against on stage, like let's say against on stage opponents. Because we'll split this because it's going to be really wordy if we do it with 2. So against an on stage up B lag from the opponent's recovery. Build familiarity with using fast fall into double jump forward forward fast fall to align our bears and dares more effectively. More efficiently to secure to secure the desired on stage, but desired landing, like the desired punish setups. That's one of them. The other one I'm gonna say is edge guarding 2. Against opponents that stall off stage. Consider going threatening with ledge drop bracket fast fall. It can be fast fall, it can be FF'd or not, into ledge drop double jump bear as an alternative to stalling with a B. Ledge hop bear, remember, if the opponent drifts outside your bear range, you can generally use that to return to ledge safely. If they play into it, yeah, you can just attack them. You've set up a possible kill via interception. So that would be like another way. So like we're taking a more active role with how we're doing our offstage edge guards, or like our edge guards versus like Marth kind of style recoveries. And then the last point I'll make on the edge guarding bit is edge guarding 3, which is just kind of like keeping track of resources and how those inform those decisions. So like, yeah, pay attention, like. Yeah, build familiarity. Practice watching for what resources the opponent has burned during the recovery. Recovery. Look for commitments. During their commitments and what commitments they're making. What commitments they're making with versus without a jump. Where possible, practice hitting opponents. You recognize as having committed close to the stage, when they lack their double jump when they lack their double jump. Does all that make sense, or is anything there is there anything you'd word differently or does all that make sense, more or less?
I like your wording of it, because I'm not as good as making it that clear. I feel like the wording used is good.
All right, wonderful.
Yeah.
So, I think the last big point that I want us to look at, there's 2 of them. So the first one is the the shielded laser thing, which includes shielded laser things. So I'm going to pass this one to you because I think this one's really important. So how do you word this one?
So recognizing the opponent's movement options after being hit by a laser. If they're shielded, they can only do certain options out of shield. Mm-hmm. I think it's the simplest way to do it, right? Because I wasn't paying attention to I was considering Marth as he can move out of the laser no matter what, and it didn't matter. I wasn't thinking about if he was shielded or not, or crouching or what have you.
Okay, so practice making your decisions after a laser hits an opponent's shield with the awareness that with the awareness of their option pool. Note, this applies to power shielded the lasers. Note, this applies to power shielded lasers too. Your opponent cannot dash, no dash dance, or dash jump, or tilt, or smash attack bracket minus up smash. out of a shielded laser of any kind, So try to plan around that accordingly. E.g., shoot high laser, to control their jump, or prepare to cover via DD backflip, or crouch, backflip, crouch, F tilt, etc. Crouch, F tilt, up tilt, etc. The space they can move to by wave dashing forward. All right. And actually, that kind of addresses the last one I was going to go over, which is just like what to kind of do with that position. So with that, I'm going to cut the recording.